Here is a bunch of hidden things that you missed in the season finale of WandaVision. Now, sadly, WandaVision has came to an end, and the season finale was unbelievable, but also left so many questions. There was a lot of things that you might have missed, callbacks, Easter eggs, hidden secrets, references. I picked up on quite a lot, and I just want to share them with you guys. I'm not going to cover the really obvious stuff, this is stuff that you may have missed. Let's jump straight into it. So we pick up at the start of the episode exactly where we left off in episode 8, and we see that Agatha can absorb Wanda's energy. So what does Wanda do? She grabs the scarlet car that she drove in the last episode, and she throws it straight into Agatha. This is a direct callback to Civil War when she launched cars off the car park into Iron Man at the airport. Then skip forward like a couple seconds and you see Agatha's shoes lying underneath the broken house in the car. This is a reference to when Dorothy kills the witch in The Wizard of Oz, which is quite a cool little callback. There's been a lot of Wizard of Oz stuff, and it even shows later on outside the movie theatre on the poster once again. Now we meet White Vision, who's introduced to Wanda. He walks up to Wanda looking like he could be a nice guy, obviously we knew he wasn't, and he puts his hands on either side of her head and starts to squeeze as if he's going to crush her. Now we know that Vision uses this as an attack quite often because he done the exact same motion to Ultron in Age of Ultron. You can see it right here. He puts his hands on either side and basically like tries to squeeze the head open and get inside their mind. Now skip forward a bit, we have Vision fighting White Vision in the air, and I'm pretty sure most people will have picked up on this, but I have to say it either way. When White Vision goes for the Mind Stone, that directly replicates when Thanos tried to rip the Mind Stone out of his head, RIP. Now in this scene here we see Vision and the kids who are slowly dissolving away as Wanda's ripped open a hole in the hex for all the residents to leave. Now it's not like last time where Vision's flaking off or the kids are flaking away. The blocks that are coming off kind of look like little square shapes, kind of like Tetris blocks. This is a direct reference, and also a really cool reference if you know what they're talking about, to the House of M cover, in which the Scarlet Witch has like all the, I'll put it on the screen, has all the Tetris-y, blocky art coming away from her as if she's dissolving away. Very cool Easter egg. Now, I predicted it on TikTok, I said it last night, and I also said it during my reaction. The way that Wanda defeats Agatha in the end is by projecting the hex that we found out in the last episode onto the actual hex itself. This was literally set up last episode. And an even cooler setup was the fact that these runes that were on the walls were literally on hexagons. The runes were on the hex. It told us, it was right there in front of us. Because obviously Wanda put the runes on the real hex. Now we hear Agatha say the line about how Wanda, or the Scarlet Witch, power far surpasses the Sorcerer Supreme.
Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme.
The Sorcerer Supreme of course being Doctor Strange. This is not confirmed, but this has got to be setting up a face-off between Wanda and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness next year. Now after all the commotion and action is done, we have the really sad scene of the episode in which Wanda has to say goodbye to Vision and vice versa. This scene directly replicates the scene where they have the heart-to-heart by the window in Infinity War, which by the way was filmed in the city that I live in, so big flex. It's just a nice callback. It shows them as a couple one more time and shows them in love and being together and close, carefree one last time. Now, the big after credits off the show. I have a few points to talk about here, so I'll start with the first one. We join Jimmy Woo, who's commanding orders around. He's like telling, you do this, you do this, you do this. I think this could be, and we've seen it rumoured all over Twitter, all over Instagram, TikTok, all these sort of social media platforms, that there was rumours of Jimmy Woo getting his own X-Files show. Now again, this is not confirmed. A director put the plot forward to Kevin Feige, and it was teased that it might be happening. And the show would involve Jimmy Woo and Darcy Lewis solving mysterious X-Files type cases inside the MCU. And also in the post-credits, he asks where Darcy is, because that could set that up if we go that way. Next we have Monica, who's taken into the theatre by the Skrull that's hidden as a sword agent. And we find out she's been summoned to space. By who? By Nick Fury, of course. Now, most people know this, but if you don't know, WandaVision actually takes place before Spider-Man Far From Home. And in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home, we find out that Nick Fury is working with the sword base up in space. So it would make sense that it was Nick Fury that called Monica up to the base. Of course, setting up Captain Marvel 2 next year. Now we go to the after-credit scene in which we find Wanda in the Wundagore Mountains. And the Wundagore Mountains are quite an important place in the Scarlet Witch graphic novel, in which she meets many interesting characters. Fast forward in the post-credit scene and we see Wanda on her front porch relaxing, just living a normal life by herself. But as we head through the house, we see the Scarlet Witch Wanda reading the Darkhold of all the all the dark spells and the hexes, all that kind of stuff. And this is actually her astral projection doing this. Now you'll remember in Doctor Strange, while he's sleeping, he's also sitting in astral form reading a spellbook, learning all the different magic. This is shown now that Wanda can do this, even while she's conscious and awake, which shows she has amazing power. And of course is linking the movie straight into Doctor Strange once again. Now, these are not hidden secrets or theories, these are a few questions that I just want to give my opinion on quickly. Is Pietro / Peter / Evan Peters / Ralph just Ralph? It's hard to say, I don't think so. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I just don't think they'll waste Evan Peters like that, especially when there's so many hints to the Evan Peters Quicksilver in WandaVision. Even in this one episode, we have him relaxing in his man cave, just chilling out, doing whatever the hell he wants, which is literally what he done in X-Men. And we also have Tommy, who steals the cap and glasses from the agent. That's literally what Evan Peters does inside the kitchens in X-Men. There's too many similarities. They cannot be wasting him. I will not accept it. Next question. Are the kids gone for real? Are they really dead? Yes, but I don't think they'll stay that way. In the post-credit scene, we hear her kids scream as she's reading the book. I'm pretty sure Wanda's going to find a way to bring them back. And in doing so, this will cause problems that will have to be solved inside Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The actors for the twins were spotted in London a year ago, and that's where the Multiverse of Madness is being filmed, so it kind of adds up in that sense too. What's the deal with Agatha? Is Agatha gone? I don't think she is. I think she will come back at some point to mentor Wanda and help her with her powers and take on her correct role from the comics. Also, if you've watched this far, the rabbit was no one. The rabbit never was anyone. It was never Doctor Strange. It was never Mephisto. It was no one. I was right. The rabbit was no one, bro. Hello, I interrupt this video to tell you about this amazing company that I have teamed up with. So I have partnered with my friends over at Loot Crate, and they sent me out this Marvel box to show off to all of you guys. So every month Loot Crate have a different theme of boxes. They have different Marvel boxes, video game boxes, anime, horror movies, whatever you can think of, they have a box for it. Every month the theme changes. My favourite box of course is the Marvel box. This month's theme was the Fantastic Four, and I was lucky enough to have this box sent out to me by the guys at Loot Crate. So inside this box, I'll open it right here. Let me show you what I got. So in this month's loot box, we got a Fantastic Four t-shirt with the Baxter building on it and the thing down in the bottom corner. Pretty sick. I got some fire pairs of socks, one for each member of the Fantastic Four. These are awesome. A lot of you don't know this, but behind the scenes I take so many notes to make my videos, interviews, TikToks, all that sort of stuff. So I got a stationery bag with a Fantastic Four logo right here on it. This is pretty sick. It can hold all my stuff that I use to take notes and help me plan out my videos in the future. Thank you, Loot Crate. I got this little box here, and you might be wondering what's inside, so let me open it up for you. Inside this box is a Fantastic Car keychain, and this thing is heavy, let me tell you, this is a sick keychain. This is the car that they all drive in the movie, their little spaceship thing. Very, very awesome, stainless steel, and it's Marvel sealed on the bottom, very sick. And the last thing in my box here that I got this month was some Doctor Doom pins, and I'm a massive fan of Doctor Doom, so I was gassed when I saw these. And right at the bottom here we have a little note saying thanks for being a looter, and basically just a thank you note for signing up to Loot Crate. So that's what I got inside my Loot Crate. Of course, the January theme was Fantastic Four. I believe the February-March box is themed around the Amazing Spider-Man, so I'm definitely going to be signing up for that. I love Spider-Man, and the merch inside that one looks awesome. If you want to get yourself a Loot Crate, I'll leave a link top of the description. You can click on my link and use code Andrew to get 15% off. That'll save you a lot of money, and we can all have the same loot together. And once again, big thank you to Loot Crate for sending me this out. But like I said, first link in the description if you want to get the same Marvel merchandise as me. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now, back to the video, enjoy. Now, my review on the show, I have been obsessed with WandaVision. I've never wanted to come back to a show more for answers. It's kept me so out the loop and always wanting to unravel the mystery. It was such a great show. A lot of people think the finale was underwhelming. I don't think so. I think the fans, we hyped it up too much with the amount of cameos and theories and all this kind of stuff. WandaVision's purpose was to set up the Scarlet Witch. It set up the Scarlet Witch perfectly. It was a story about Wanda, setting her up for all of Phase 4, because she's going to be the most important character, a multiversal being, moving forward in the multiverse stage of Marvel. Now that's mine done. Let me know in the comments if there's any secrets that you found that I never. Click the link in my description if you want to join my Discord, tell me about them there and talk to other people who love WandaVision. You can also buy loot crates down there with my link and use code Andrew for 15% off to get cool Marvel merch like myself. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching. I'm so sad WandaVision's over, but look forward to the content coming soon. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.